Hey, beautiful friends. It is Joyful Jania coming from my favorite place in my house, my backyard. Yes, I figured I'd bring a little extra magic with me today. I want to share something with you that has been bubbling up in my heart. Yes, today I'm going to take you behind the scenes of how a simple experiment in my kitchen turned into the Joy Map Workshop and why I think your next 90 days could be your most joyful yet. We're gonna talk about what happens when you're doing all the right things. But that spark has gone missing. How my daughter became like accidental business advisor. And why adding joy to your goal setting isn't just a nice to have, it's the secret ingredient that changes everything. Plus, I'll share the real story behind my health transformation and give you all the details about something special happening on July 12th. I'm honestly bursting to tell you all about it. You know that feeling when you're going through the motion but not feeling anything? If that's you right now, this episode is your reminder that it is not too late for that reset that actually feels good. So grab your favorite drink, get cozy, and let's dive in. I want to tell you something. I used to be that woman. You know, the one whose systems are so tight that they could practically run themselves. Checklist from a checklist. I mean, I still love a checklist. Everything perfectly organized on the outside, but on the inside, I felt like I was running on a hamster wheel, going through the motions without actually feeling anything. And that's when I started experimenting at my kitchen table with something I like to call my vision book. And that actually came from me driving in my car one day. I was like, Jania, you act like this is your go hard life, and then the next life can be joyful. So I had to take a time out. I realized I needed a change because I wasn't joyful at all. Then something clicked. What if I could keep the results but add actual joy in the process? What if I focused on how I wanted to feel, not just what I wanted to achieve, right? So that was the vision book. Even though I was checking off the boxes, it felt more joyful in the process. My very first entry was laugh more. I know that sounds so crazy, but let me tell you, being intentional about laughing more and integrating it into my day helped me to feel lighter. Even though, yes, I still had my schedules and my routines, I took time for laughter. And I evolved that into not just monthly planning, but quarterly. And I'll tell you why. When I was doing it month by month, I would get to the end of the month and I'm like, oh, wait, what's next? And I was feeling a little anxious. So I thought if I planned 3 months in advance, then when I got to like the third month, I could start planning the next three. And it was always really fun. I would sit down and think, okay, Jania, what is it that we want to do? What do we want more of? That's why laughter came first, because your girl needed to laugh. Then I turned that into special moments with my family and friends. I mean, you can't keep a system that's working all to yourself, right? I enrolled them in all the things that I was doing because I figured if it was working for me, why wouldn't it work for them? Let me tell you about the first. It wasn't called a joy map session. I just think I was like, hey, let's get together and we'll do some vision booking and quarterly planning. So I had everyone come to my house and I was like, I'll have all the supplies you need. You just bring your journal. But if not, I have extra journals because I'm that girl. I got 50,011 journals. I bet you are that person too. Everyone came over, we sat around the kitchen table, and I just started asking some reflective questions. And everything was centered around how we want to feel. My mom and I created this company called Mad Miracles, which stands for Mother and Daughter Miracles. And one of the things that my mom coined is our feelings matter and our thinking makes the difference. Because of that, I was always centered around feelings. When we're looking at planning for the quarter, for the year, for the month, for the day, you know I'm into routines. I like to call myself whimsical inside of a box. That planning with joy, planning with how we want to feel, that's what can help guide us. That's what can help us stay on track. And that's exactly what I was doing for me and my family. A lot of times when we're setting goals, we are setting them around big accomplishments, which obviously that's part of our life. And I also want you to think about, what are you creating for yourself that's joyful? Sometimes we need to create routines around our self-care. I used to be that person that didn't take breaks from work. One time my daughter and I had a little mother-daughter weekend together, and one of my biggest takeaways was take a lunch break. And you know what my daughter would do? She would call me and say, Mom, have you taken your lunch break? So I walked everyone through this process. And then at the end, we turned all of that into visual beauty because, you know, when things are visual, that sometimes attracts us more. And let me tell you, I had my mommy trying it, my best friend trying it, and pretty soon my kitchen table turned into an unofficial vision book headquarters. And then my daughter, bless her, I just love her, my little advisor. She looked at me recently and said, Mom, you really need to share this with more people. Okay, light bulb moment. And that's how the Joy Map Workshop was born. So I'll say what started as geeking out in my inner circle suddenly felt like something bigger, something that I could actually do to help other women stop grinding through the goals and start actually living them with joy. The proof is in my own journey. So friends, I just recently used the Joy Map to completely reset my health. And in 90 days, I went from pre-diabetic to feeling the strongest and the most aligned I've been in years, and not through deprivation or punishment, but creating systems that actually felt good. When I met with my doctor and she said, Jania, you're pre-diabetic, I was like, what in the HE double hockey sticks? Let me tell you why. I feel like I'm an extremely healthy person, and my inner circle will tell you the same thing. If you follow me, you see all the juices I'm posting, all the salads I'm making. I was in shock at first because I was scared and in shock. I wanted to go big or go home. I was like, we are changing everything. I'm no longer juicing anything with fruit. I'm gonna work out 2 times a day, every day a week. My mind went extreme at first because I was scared. But then I was like, oh, what if I use the Joy Map to actually map out what this next 90 days looks like? Because you know what my doctor said? She was gonna test me in 3 months. So why not try this out? I started by asking myself, Jania, how do you want to feel? And I said, I want to feel good in this process. I don't want to feel the rigidity. There was already so much pressure behind having the diagnosis of pre-diabetic, so I didn't want to put more pressure on myself. So I used the Joy Map. After I decided how I want to feel, I was like, what's my word? What's my guiding word? Healthy. And I just walked myself through the entire Joy Map from front to end, and I even created some visuals. The visuals were me in my healthiest moments prior to the diagnosis. After that, you know, I thought about how do I want to celebrate my wins? How do I want to make this feel good in the process? So in my juicing, I did change some of it. I started juicing more vegetables and fruit. But I was like, let me dance. Let me put some good music on. So put on my little Miles Davis sometimes, and I would make it a whole thing. I started walking, and then I started jogging. I went from walking 3 miles to jogging 3 miles. And then last, I had a weight vest with some little bangles. Your girl was getting it, yes. By using the Joy Map, I made this more sustainable and more joyful. I just want to tell you, I am literally a product of the product. You can thank my daughter Lisa because now I'm bringing it to you. You want to know when? July 12th. I'm so excited. Like, I am barely containing myself. The Joy Map Workshop is 3 hours. We're gonna cover so much, and we are going to walk out with your next 90 days plan, and it's gonna feel magical. Whether you are curled up in your living room or you are joining me here in all of this magic, let me tell you what you're gonna walk away with. Crystal clear direction that actually excites you, a heart-aligned plan that works with your life, and gentle systems that feel supported and not suffocating. And you know the best part, you'll leave feeling excited about your goals again. This isn't about hustling. No, no. It's about creating a rhythm that feels good. It's about remembering that joy isn't a nice to have friend. It's the secret ingredient that makes everything, everything possible. And if you're joining me in person, you already know I'm gonna bring the good vibes, snacks, and a joyful surprise. I am so excited. I really wanna share this process with you. It has helped me, it has helped so many of my friends and so many of my family members. I wanna share that magic with you. If you are like me or my used to be self, where you had all the supplies, you were checking the things off, but still not feeling fulfilled and not feeling that joy, this is for you. For you, for your friends, your mama, your sister. Seriously, I am super excited about bringing this to you. Ooh, and just so you know, there's a joy map that's out there. You'll get it as part of the workshop, but I wanted to tell you there are 4 podcasts, YouTube and audio, on Joy Map, on systems, setting your 90 days. It's not the same as a workshop, but those are tips that will help you keep going or to prepare you. So here is what I know to be true. Your next 90 days could be your most joyful yet. And it's not because life will be perfect. It'll be because you have a plan that feels good, that feels authentically you. If you are ready to stop going through the motions and feeling lit up about your life again, like you can't wait to get up in the morning, I'd love for you to join me. I want you to head to the show notes, join the wait list. And here's a little secret. Waitlist friends get early access, special pricing, and surprise bonus gift. Your dreams are waiting, friend, and they don't need more pressure. They just need more you. I'm so excited, and I cannot wait to see you in the workshop on July 12th. Let's get this joy train started.